Hello, my name is Matt, and I welcome you to this sleep hypnosis for social anxiety, a powerful hypnotic treatment for social anxiety disorder. And this mindfulness meditation was carefully created to help you be the confident master of your state, ensuring you will step up, step out, and show up every day with improved self-esteem. At Self Health Hypnosis, we believe in you, and that through understanding and experience, you can stop stress or worry, consciously observe any anxious thoughts, and choose to respond differently and with absolute confidence. I wonder how much better life would be when you learn to choose calm acceptance and understand that worry, stress, and overthinking is just our intelligent brain doing what it does best, keeping us alive. Through mindfulness and practice, you can decide how to respond to any thoughts. And we are here to help you. And our aim is to help you learn the practice of mindfulness and decide how to respond to any negative thoughts and choose for yourself an inner peace and confidence in knowing you can observe what is happening in the present with calm. At Self Health Hypnosis, we believe there is always light somewhere in the darkness, guiding you to discover your personal strengths and be the hero of your own journey. And we want you, now you have found us, to change your life because you choose to regularly listen to our hypnosis and guided meditations and create for yourself inner peace, self-awareness, and confidence. And I wonder what confidence looks like for you. What do you see? And I wonder what self-confidence feels like. And how do you feel when confident? And where in your body do you feel the calm when you are confident? Imagine the amazing possibilities when you discover you have the power within to take control of your state and change your thoughts, your body, your mind to be better. Now, I will suggest that you take time now to ready yourself to relax and in your own way find calm. Perhaps you can find a place where you can sit in comfort. Or maybe you want to use this time to relax and use your powerful imagination to create a theatre for learning. And maybe you can do that, all before drifting off to a night of deep, restful sleep. The space you have chosen maybe a chair in a quiet room where you can be alone with yourself. Or it could be the warm, soft comfort of a bed. Whatever you choose, it can be anywhere that you can find a comfortable, powerful inner peace. What I suggest you do now is to just allow your eyes to comfortably close, and I will gently and simply explain what you can expect. As you enter a relaxed state of being, a simple state of focused awareness, a powerful, everyday state therapists often call trance. And you can be aware of your eyes and of how you are in control and how you could open them should you wish. And that's fine, because I really wouldn't want you to not relax too quickly. Maybe you can feel free to allow yourself to observe your thoughts and anything in your daily life with alert interest, making a commitment to yourself to put a stop to any judgment, because you are a being of positive curiosity, stepping forward with intention to only observe with calm, to understand in full acceptance of whatever may emerge. I wonder how it may feel to know that in any moment you can simply observe any unhelpful thoughts and imagine them to be a small leaf floating in a flowing river, and you are calmly watching the leaf as it comes into your view and flows right into the distance, past. And as you sit there, you may be aware of the sounds in the background, and you might notice the feeling in parts of your body as you settle and find comfort. Or you might unconsciously notice the thoughts as you relax into your own experience. And as you do, you might notice the beginnings of comfort and ease. I would prefer that you discover how much easier it is simply to allow events to occur in their own time and in their own way. Paying close attention to my voice as you follow my voice. You may even begin to notice your thoughts and feelings emerging and fading. And as you do, begin to feel the sensation of complete comfort in your body. And as you sit still, you might notice the sensation of your hands, and that though they may move and settle, there is also a stillness. As you find absolute wonder at your own ability to let go completely and drift off into a trance, while your conscious mind has begun to drift off somewhere else. Allowing your body to relax and your mind to relax without knowing at all how much more comfortable and relaxed you can become. That's right. And I wonder if you can imagine the power that comes from a full acceptance of the present moment. An appreciation of anything you are feeling and what you perceive to be happening now. And for this moment, as you rest there in safety and comfort, that's right. You are doing this right, and all is well. And I wonder if you would like to give yourself permission to be free from self-criticism and experience self-compassion. Just for a moment, can you not? And the truth is, I don't know how those feelings you call social anxiety emerge for you. And I am sure you are very aware of those situations and moments past where you notice a sense of fear and you find yourself thinking about risk and what ifs. And I wonder if you know that this is a normal reaction and completely human. Your powerful unconscious mind is there to protect you and faithfully to do what it does best. And maybe you can just consider that in being a wonderful human, you are more than your fears, more than your thoughts, more than your response. You are the presence behind all those things. You are far more than the behaviors and the avoidance strategies that you use to cope there in moments past. And I wonder if you would be surprised to know a more compelling truth. That for the majority of us, social anxiety disorder is just a limiting and unnecessary label. It is not a condition you have, and you might also feel comfort in knowing it is not your personality. Because anxiety you experience is only your internal response. And what if I was to tell you now that you have just been in situations in the past, simply trapped in an unconscious pattern. Patterns inconsistent with your own personal goals, are they not? Experiencing common, old, conditioned response of fear in a social situation that you can stop now, because you can choose to observe your thoughts like a leaf on a river and watch, relaxed, as it calmly floats by. Maybe it will surprise you to notice the power and control, and that you are in control. And self-control is the skill you are now learning. And I wonder if you will find deep satisfaction and perhaps even smile, knowing that when any anxious thoughts or that critical voice in your head shows up, that you can simply notice it and label it. And imagine how helpful it will be when those thoughts emerge, and that you will confidently label them and think to yourself, there is that social anxiety thought. And you can do this at any time that these thoughts or negative dialogue emerges. And you can see those negative thoughts for what they truly are. Just words. And isn't it amazing to know that those anxious thoughts that sometimes emerge in social situations, they are just stories from your past. And perhaps you can look upon those thoughts with a great sense of gratitude that you are an intelligent soul and possess a powerful unconscious that is always there to protect you from dangers, even when they aren't real. And sooner or later, you will find yourself in a position of calm mindfulness. And the same old stories and negative words will rear their ugly head. Yet you will just say to yourself, there is that social awkwardness thought again. Or there is that low self-esteem story. Thank you, mind. And that you have the ability to know that they are just thoughts. They are just words and stories served up to you by your protective mind. And you can respond with thanks and say, there is that social anxious thought again. Thank you, mind. Thank you for protecting me. And imagine the depth of possibilities that would emerge when you choose calm and choose conscious awareness. And that who you are is not someone independent of choice. And that you are not a puppet of your stories past. That's right. I'd like you to begin now, allowing yourself to approach this time you have devoted to you here differently. It is often said that one of the best ways to relax and heal is to pay attention to your breathing. And you might like to notice how it has become slow, smooth, and rhythmic. And I wonder if you would be curious to learn an exercise that uses the powerful skills you already possess. Did you know that you can combine the power of your mind, your creative imagination, with the cleansing energy of our breath, easily amplifying what you are already doing now? A simple task you can come back to whenever you can. And as you follow my voice, we are simply going to progress through a cycle of 7 complete rhythmic breaths. And with each deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, you can imagine yourself saying the words I share, seeing those words in your mind, feeling the energy flow of those words through your body, and experiencing the powerful emotion that comes from setting yourself free. Starting now, I breathe in calmness. I breathe out stress. I breathe in comfort. I breathe out worry. I breathe in peace. I breathe out anxiety. I breathe in bliss. I breathe out overwhelm. I breathe in gratitude. I breathe out fear. And for the final 2 important breaths, as you breathe in, imagine white, healing light entering the top of your head. As you say in your mind or out loud, I love myself. And as you breathe in, imagine that wonderful healing light filling your body. As you say in your mind or out loud, I am enough. And the truth is, I don't know if it will be tomorrow or in the days that follow. that you will come to an understanding that those simple internal words and notions of insecurity, anxiety, and low self-esteem are just internal thoughts which we can't control and we can't stop. Yet we can calmly observe. Those internal thoughts are just stories we tell ourselves to avoid taking action toward change, do we not? And I wonder now if you can observe your thoughts and you can see that the problem is not that we experience anxiety. It is the magic of life we can miss out on when we allow fear to overcome us. Because avoiding change will keep you stuck in the past. And there are going to be interactions that are a challenge. But what if in those moments you just provide space and accept the fears and anxieties, the words and the stories, and instead you choose to adopt mindfulness, to understand that you can remain present and respond and act in a way that is helpful and in line with who you are and who you want to be. What we call your preferred self. The great writer Leo Tolstoy once wrote that there is only one time that is important: now. And I recently read that only through connection are we curious and present. And we can only ever really take action in the here and now. Connection with the present is the natural energy of movement and improvement. And eventually you will choose to be proactive and shift your focus to carefully observing other people in the present. Because it is easier to focus on one person at a time. And won't it be amazing that a simple outward focus will shift your attention away from anxious thoughts or negative self-talk, yet keep you observing and listening with intent. I wonder how quickly you will learn from what people show and tell you, what you see, hear, and observe, before you develop a calm, present awareness. Best of all, will you learn the possibility that comes from connecting and taking the action that is in alignment with your values and your goals. And I wonder what your preferred self looks like and how you want to show up in social situations. As you rest where you are and continue to relax more and more deeply, just allow yourself to float across time and space. Yes, there is a part of you that transcends the moments you experience in the world each day. And it is a captivating thought, is it not? To know that your unconscious mind is infinite and can be anywhere, and your conscious mind can be here, in calm, in comfort. And I don't know just how comforting it is to know that you can choose in any conscious moment to partner with your imagination and relax deeper. Remember, you and only you can be the hero in your own journey. My voice is here to guide you safely and to guide you to create your own theatre of imagination. A safe and closed place where you can lead and direct your own reactions and responses to anything that happens in your life. You write your own story, and it is always only you who sits in the director's chair with authority and confidence. And I wonder if in this moment you can use the power of your imagination and picture yourself sitting halfway back in the theatre, patiently observing yourself in the director's chair, up by the stage with interest, and seeing yourself pointing here and there, instructing each actor on the stage as to where they should be and what they should be doing. And I wonder if you can hear your voice as you politely yet firmly talk the lead actor through the desired body language, posture, and how they can command the emotion of their response. This is your theatre, and you might like to step into the actor now and experience acting out the role you want them to play out. The personality and presence you as the director want them to embody and to express to the audience. And I wonder if you know you are learning now the powerful mental skill of observation, of being in the moment and experiencing what is happening in reality. And you can return to this state, your theatre, at any time and any place you choose. And I wonder if you know in your heart and in your mind the great benefit to you as you use your new skills of contemplation and observation. And in this powerful state of self-hypnosis, this state of ultimate learning, you can begin to uncover the potential that was always within your grasp. Maybe you don't know this yet, but you already have within you now the knowledge and know-how to deal with whatever may raise your stress levels in any situation, and to now effortlessly respond with relaxed, calm. And I wonder if you can imagine how incredible it will feel to be in control in any social situation as you positively and progressively re-engage socially, deriving the most happy and memorable experiences as you cheerfully interact with others. And perhaps this is already clear to you, but there is a part of you who is the inner critic, who chooses to judge you based on how it believes others see you, and what you say, how you say it, and how you think you appear. And this inner critic interprets fears incorrectly as what is happening, or as how others might be seeing you. And I wonder if you have ever considered how weird it is that we choose to think that others are always watching us, caring so much about everything we say, do. Do we ever stop and think that perhaps all humans are to a degree self-conscious? And in truth, others aren't observing us. They aren't even noticing the things we do or the way we come across. They are people like you, overly concerned about themselves, seeing the world through their own inner critic, focused on their own thoughts, and experiencing the same concerns as you, running similar stories through their head. And maybe it will be encouraging to notice that your inner critic is just one very misguided part of you that exaggerates situations and leads you to consider fears that aren't really necessary or helpful. And the simple truth is, there is more to each of us, and we all have more parts of ourselves than we care to imagine. And I know you wouldn't be here listening now if there was not a part of you that sits above you in the inner critic, that inner observer that is the presence behind all things you see and what you do, and is always there to faithfully guide you towards your hopes and desires and away from the fears This part of you is representative of your transcendent consciousness. And it is far more powerful than the conscious willpower. And your inner observer is always there to help when your conscious mind reacts to situations and cope with fears in any moment. You have a powerful and creative imagination. It is part of what makes you the unique and positive human being that you are. And the more you use that positive imagination, the more you shape your reality. And the better you feel about yourself in each and every moment. And now, I wonder if you can imagine the wonderful things you might learn, all the things required to feel, be, and act as you choose, to respond to any situation with strength and confidence. Having the ability to take the best from any opportunity and to create for yourself possibility. And imagine what you would learn using your imagination to go inside the unconscious and picture consciously and experience what you will learn to bring your preferred, authentic, joyful self to social situations and interactions. I wonder what you would learn. What experiences would you draw on? What would you imagine doing differently? And what processes would you rehearse and bring back to everyday life? And would you confidently embrace what you have rehearsed? Skills that reflect who you have become, and hear yourself say loudly and proudly, action. As you become more relaxed and less tense each day, so you will remain more relaxed and less tense. When you are in the presence of other people, no matter whether they be few or many, no matter whether they be friends or strangers, you will become so deeply interested, so deeply absorbed in what others are actually communicating. So now, you will always know with certainty what others are actually communicating, and always be comfortable and confident in response. Because of this, you will remain perfectly relaxed, perfectly calm and self-confident. And you will be able to talk quite freely and naturally, without being worried in the slightest by the presence of your audience. But if you should begin to become absorbed in your thoughts, those words and stories stuck in your head, you will immediately shift your attention back to yourself in the director's chair and focus on the interaction and how it plays out with curiosity and interest. Knowing you can observe yourself, that lead actor in dialogue with others. And as that lead actor, you can slow down and draw on cues from your friends and take your time to respond in the way the director desires. And with the skills you have learned in your own theatre of dreams, imagine the confidence you will have now, and that in the future, in a social situation or when you speak to others, that you can choose your reactions and direct your interactions, and you will feel completely relaxed, completely at ease, and completely confident. Your mind will become so occupied with the interesting things that you want to bring to your experience that you will no longer worry as to how to say it, because you are the writer and director and have already chosen your energy and the impact of this experience. You will no longer feel nervous, self-conscious, or embarrassed, and you will remain throughout perfectly calm, perfectly confident, and self-assured. Now just rest deeply and know that your destiny calls for you. It calls for your calm and confidence, and that your inner observer is always there to carry you whenever you need help. And you can know deeply that in your heart, mind, and soul, you are open to receive the inner grace of inner healing and powerful change. And the more your mind visits your theatre of dreams, the more quickly and deeply you can return to the skill you have within you and bring your best to any social situation. And I don't know if you will choose now to confidently go about your day, or perhaps you will just sleep now in peace and comfort of your new knowledge, and that every breath you breathe causes all the good ideas of healing and change to take root and grow in your mind. And every breath you breathe causes you to relax more deeply and in a deep understanding that you can always access your theatre. Close the doors and write and direct your own amazing story. So now, take your time to reflect and relax, to call forth that director, your inner teacher, your inner observer, your preferred self, to help you take the steps necessary to write the chapters in your own story, to direct yourself to respond to life in alignment with your goals, and to step into your story, knowing that it is you that must play the part. You have found this hypnosis because there is clearly a part of you observing your thoughts and your actions and wanting more. And think of how amazing it is that you chose this moment for yourself. And knowing that you can continue to come back here now to this place of personal learning. Whenever you need to, you can enter this state of relaxation deeply, easily, comfortably, and always in complete control. And I wonder if you will regularly listen to this audio and discover the personal power within you to choose your state of being, to heal, to recover your energy, to restore your sense of self, and the joy that comes from observing others, being present with them, and interacting. And here and now, in your theatre of imagination, you can choose your focus and integrate and assimilate what you have learned in any way you choose, and be at peace and rest, changing and healing, so calm, so relaxed, drifting off into a deep sleep now.